So my name is Mary Thiong'o. I work with the Child Welfare Society of Kenya. And Child Welfare Society of Kenya is an exempt society under the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, under the leadership of our CS, Florence Bole, and our PS, Bwana Joseph Mutari. And we are grateful to the government of Kenya for the funds that they expend to the institution so that we are able to work on behalf of the vulnerable families to ensure that offices are protected. And we do that through several programs. This is one of them, the emergency support program for the communities to ensure that children who are going without food are supported so that they are able to be retained within families and they are able to access good nutrition. So for the last number of days, we have been in Isiolo County and we have targeted several divisions. We started with Bulapesa, then we went to Burat, we went to Lower Garbatula, then to Kinna, Chari, and finally we are winding up in Oldonyiro. And we have targeted 6,000 households within Isiolo County, with an estimated number of children to be reached being 42,000. And the essence of this program is to alleviate the plight of children in those families who are vulnerable. And mostly this is a hard to reach area. Most of the people do not get themselves to this end because of the hardship that they encounter, especially when they are affected by famine or that is drought or floods, and they get cut out from the rest of the community. So because we don't discriminate against anyone, that is why we felt that we needed to take time to come to Isiolo and the farthest places of Isiolo County. And we have been able to go through, allowed the county, and ensuring that we have given the food to the real beneficiaries who are targeted through the Office of Local Administration, the chiefs. They are used in targeting the vulnerable households, and we ensure that we give the food stuff to the targeted beneficiaries. That is why you see the kind of arrangement we normally have, so that we ensure that instead of lumping the food somewhere and leaving it as a responsibility of somebody, we take it upon ourselves to ensure that each beneficiary gets their share. And this is how we do the emergency response, though we have also other programs like the school support programs, where we also do school feeding programs. We target certain schools in certain constituencies, and that is a program we are also doing where we give the foodstuffs to the schools enough to sustain that school for a whole term. So we have done that in several sub-constituencies as a pilot program where we work in collaboration with the office of the MPs so that after some time, now they are able to take up the program and continue with the feeding of the children. All this is geared to ensure that children are retained in school and they also get a meal. Because if you lack food, and even if school fees is paid, you are not able to concentrate in class. So we do the school feeding as well, or the emergency school support program, so that children are retained in school and they have the capacity to understand what is being taught. The other program we also have is bursary. We support children with education. We also do a lot of mentorship to ensure that children build their character and their skills, they acquire skills so that they are able to be assertive, they are able to be responsible, they are able to be respectful. So mentorship is another program that we do. Another program that we have as Child Welfare Society is the teenage crisis pregnancy, where we intervene on behalf of teenagers who find themselves pregnant and they want to continue with school. We also support them. And this pregnancy support, crisis support, does not only target children alone. They target even those who have been, or they fall pregnant either as a result of rape or something. So we take them through counseling. We encourage them to keep the babies because after all, the child is not their fault. But if they feel it will be a constant reminder of the ordeal that they had to face, that is where we support them to do mother offer, so that those children can be placed for adoption, so that those children can still grow in a family where they will be accorded the love and the nurturing care that they require. Those are some of the programs that we have in Child Welfare Society, and they could be more, they are more than that, but this is what we normally do, so that we ensure that children under any crisis are rescued. They are protected. That is why we have our temporary places of safety, and as the word means, we keep them there temporarily. As we trace their families, and those without families, we offer the opportunity for them to be nurtured in a family through alternative family care, where we do adoption, because Child Welfare Society is also an institution that does adoption for children. We also do foster care, we do guardianship, we also work with the young persons up to the age of 26, where we link them to NYS to acquire skills, and after that we support them, even those in universities. We support them to live independently as they acquire their education and they are fully transitioned to independent living. So those are just but a few of the programs that child welfare does. So the emergency response is not just what we do, but we really capitalize on it to ensure that also children are prevented from engaging in child labor. Because when families do not have food, more often than not, they tend to prevent children to go to school so that they can go and work for a pay, or they prevent children from going to school so that they can take care of the other young ones in the family, so that the parents can go and fend for the family.